That's funny.
I'll try it again when I'm not watching it just for information that I didn't need because it wasn't a Pixar movie.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our lovely program. As you can clearly see, Rodden has started off with some top tier memes. I mean, some really epic memes. Thank you, Rodden. Could you go back to the rooftop Korean one?
I've barely gotten into the memes. Like, I've got ones that would probably get you kicked off.
Well, he's being tamed right now. Pray you say that one. I really like that one. I'll play the intro. What up, Ramen? And much retired chagrin.
That's like a bunch of people on Facebook. They're like, with some of the stuff I'll post, they're like, "Oh my god! Like, why would you post them?" Like, I had to see it, so do you. And I just don't put on there. Trust me, there's things in here that would make people. That would make people unfriend me in a heartbeat.
Wow.
We all must suffer together. All right, let me play the intro.
Welcome to the Midnight Show with the Midnight Crew. Rotncorpse, Angela Arrega, James Colley, Terry Diamantis, and our host, T. Alexander, with special guest, Forge. Wait, sorry, hold on. Johnny Hellcat. With that, ladies and gentlemen, let us begin.
Oh, love it. That was awesome.
That was actually really good. Before we get to it, Johnny, have you still been having issues with like your levels changing on you as well?
I don't think so. That seems to be the only time that's ever happened. I think it's been narrowed down to my PlayStation 5 control.
It could be that. Also, double check your Steam settings. Go to voice, scroll down to where to let you show advanced, and then the automatic volume gain control. Turn that fucker off. Tier, like anyone who has Steam, do that if you're using your computer, and it won't fuck with your levels. It shouldn't, because like I've left mine alone and it hasn't fucked with a goddamn thing. Granted, I have not busted out SoundPad to see if it fucks with it then.
Okay.
But that's because I'm in the middle of playing a game right now.
All right. Welcome everybody. Hopefully we got a good show for you all lined up.
No, we don't.
Yeah, you're right. We're just gonna fucking wing it like we normally do.
Why must you lie to people?
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
You already ruined the show to begin with the intro.
Oh my god! You turned against the intro too, man.
Not me. I love that intro.
I have to defend my favorite Australian, so I've got his back.
Every once in a while, I have to disagree with Terry.
Like, we disagree on a lot of things. Mostly about what movies are good.
I'd say if we're talking about our favorite Australian, I mean, I don't think Sugar Tits is even aware we exist.
Exactly. Barry and Sugar Tits don't know about us.
That's why Terry Diamantis is my favorite Australian.
I do know that all of you exist. I promise you this much.
I couldn't help but make the joke.
No. I'm not offended. It's just like...
Oh, I know. Terry got a chuckle out of it.
And sorry, you can't boot here because Terry is a host now.
I mean, we're on a stream together, so I don't have to do the obligatory hashtag boot tier.
Yes.
I did it.
That's when you're on somebody else's show. And
I already put that in chat. Hashtag boot tier.
Have you noticed that we cannot boot tier? He is our diversity hire.
Diversity hire?
That's all the more reason why we should. I mean, diversity hires are generally underqualified.
Have you seen the show?
Frank, like, you guys, who needs enemies?
I know.
Y'all cut like a dagger.
Yeah, but at least we do it to your face.
That's true.
Kind of.
All right, we're hurting Tier's feelings.
Tier
doesn't have any feelings. Oh man. What I wanted to say really quick. There's some bullshit going on in the universe. I stand with Texas. Fuck the Supreme Court if they're going to do this shit. Well, not fuck the Supreme Court, but you know what I mean.
The funny thing about that whole scenario, if you look at it, is they didn't say Texas couldn't put down the razor wire. They just said that the federal government and federal border patrol could remove it. So this could be like the whole thing of, I think it's the one island to where like they keep leaving. I think I can't remember which fucking country is like Canada. And I think it might be us or whatnot. But like we'll leave something there claiming it's ours, so they'll go through and like remove what we have, then leave like Canadian beer or some shit.
Pretty much the thing with that is the only thing that Supreme Court order said is that if the Border Patrol needs to cut it, they can cut it. Now, what Texas says is, who says that we can't put it back?
Put it back.
Yeah.
Nowhere. No.
Kind of like I was just saying that they said they could cut it, remove it, and there's no than saying that Texas can't just be like, well, we're just going to keep putting it back. We're going to
that's exactly what our governor's doing at the moment.
It's got to be a lot easier to put up razor wire than take it down. So I think logistically, Texas has the advantage. It's just like putting up more is a lot easier than what the government has to do to get rid of it all.
The original.
I mean, part of the reason why we didn't put the buoys back is because they said that they had to be removed. You know?
Again, know what they should have done? They should have released a whole shit ton of alligators into it. Like, this is wildlife conservation. We are trying to do our part for the environment. And then, I bet a motherfucker wouldn't come swimming.
I think it might have been the Babylon Bee, but I definitely saw it on Twitter. Someone pointed out, just put evidence of Hunter Biden's crimes on the Mexican border, and the federal government will not go anywhere near it.
They'll probably protect it.
I like that.
Yeah. True. I'm of the mindset that if you notice, until Texas and Florida started busing their illegals to these sanctuary cities, not one of them motherfuckers gave a damn about it. But as soon as it infringes on them in their sanctuary cities, now they have an issue with it. Fucking New York has 1,000.
It's a flat out, how dare you hold us to the standard we said we would hold ourselves to?
Yeah.
It is literally testing their, like, okay, you want to put, let's test your goodwill and charity.
No, but it's very easy to say you're a sanctuary city if you're nowhere near the border. It's like me saying, look, any Venezuelans who want to crash at my place, it's like, well, there's no Venezuelans within 100 miles of me. It's an empty promise. But if someone turned up with 100 Venezuelans, then I would be sort of like, okay, yeah, look, I was lying.
You'd be a bit put out.
Yes.
Tari, I need you to promise that you will house 50 abos.
Not ever going to happen.
But, you know, Chicago gets 1,000 illegals, and all of a sudden they're put out.
Shit, they got 20, and it was like, oh shit, what do we do?
Look, man, one day I want to be as happy as the people in Martha's Vineyard when they were kicking out the illegals.
Yeah, you want to talk about ball such a face?
They will always be in our hearts, and they ship them on a bus. Like, that's, again, the sanctuary cities are fucking dumb. it is the greatest inconvenience ever. New York is now suffering more than it should for this shit, and I am enjoying watching this. Remember that
Oh
Sun Tzu said, "Never interrupt your enemy when they're making mistakes. Let them do
Mhm.
this. Sit back
Well,
and
see,
watch."
Martha's Vineyard was upset that they were afraid that they might confuse the Mexicans with their Puerto
Oh,
Ricans.
yeah.
They're house workers.
And New York's all confused because they're like, wait a minute, these aren't Cubans.
yeah.
No!
We don't even have any lawn
I
service
said-
up here.
I really said that.
Yes, you did, Andrew. You are a monster, and I applaud you.
You're a terrible human being.
But you know, and
Stop
here's
fucking
my
fucking cat.
to the people that are sitting there naysaying about how Texas is doing more harm than good to these illegals by putting out the razor wire. If Texas was really serious about hurting illegals, we would have we would have electrified the river.
Oh, I thought you were going to say we would put job applications.
Oof.
Oh no. I thought about going down to El Paso because what they posted on Indeed,
Mm-hmm.
and they've got a sign-in bonus. And a pretty good wage. They're getting paid $18 an hour.
For Border Patrol?
Plus a sign-in bonus. Yeah.
Sweet. You can club a bunch of Mexicans in the head, send them back across the Rio Grande. That'll be known for you.
We're actually having a really big hiring rate for Border Patrol as well. So,
But there's only one problem. They don't speak alien. I mean Spanish.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you don't speak Chinese.
that's
speak
not
Chinese
that
either.
funny, actually.
I mean,
That's too true to be funny.
That was the point.
No, I'm telling Tier.
All right. Again, I told y'all how I wanted to do this list here, and this list pissed me the fuck off. And
Before we get into that, did anyone else? Like, I know you guys aren't as into guns and whatnot, but did any of y'all see that the ATF went to SHOT Show, and some dude basically walked up to the thing and like was talking to him, wearing a shirt saying the ATF is gay?
Yeah.
No. But I
No,
would have
'cause they are.
loved to see that.
Oh, basically, like the memes that came from that, and the people being like, "Oh, what are they going to have a seminar?" I was thinking another thing on how to shoot your dog.
Ah,
See, I know all about that from South Park.
what, the ATF or?
all right.
Yes. No,
Yeah.
the ATF shooting dogs.
Yeah.
Ooh.
There was an episode during the meteor shower. There's like a big party, and the ATF just decides that there's some criminal activity
they're
going on in there.
cultists.
So they just shut the whole place up.
Wow.
If you go to a list in the private chat, you will see it. And essentially, it is 17 fairy tales that are now considered racist. You know,
I mean, that's
well, this lovely.
why bother making a list? Why not just say all of the fairy tales are now considered racist?
That's what I thought it was. Anything that was basically a European fairy tale, they're like, "Oh, that you see, it's racist because the bad people are supposed to be black people or something like that. They're people of color."
Yeah, all right, so the first one is Aladdin and the Wonderful Lamp, and this is fucking insane.
Oh,
Disney may have made this into. Right?
Aladdin comes from the frickin' Arabian Nights tales. Like,
From 1001 Nights.
Yes, thank you.
The story by Shahrazad.
Yes, thank you. I could not remember it exactly. Like, are you fucking with me? Is all I can say. Oh,
no,
God.
all right.
That's a Middle Eastern fairy tale.
I know. That's why I was thanking you for the whole thing. It's like these people are so goddamn dumb.
Well, yeah, and it's just like the white people. They had to take everything.
Yeah.
I mean,
but listen to it. Not only does
if you were to say whitewash anything of that, it'd be making Jasmine and them white, not leaving them brown. Fucking reasons.
It does not. See, the problem. All right, listen to which this journalist wrote. Not only does the main character start off as a thief, but it paints the image of the Orient as one place, skipping over the diverse cultures present in Asian society. Problem is, it's not set in Asian society. It's set. The closest would be maybe Saudi Arabia.
Let's see. I've got a better counter argument. It's not racist. No, it's not racist for the character to start as a thief because the character of Aladdin isn't black.
Boom. But
like he's Arab. He's not African American.
Oh well, we'll get to it. We'll get to a set of ones.
I really want a place where I can respond to the bitches that write these lists.
The author's name is Isabella Sylvester. So look for Isabella Sylvester on Twitter. I'm sure you'll find her. And then you can let her know that you read her lovely article and exactly what you think of it.
Call her a dumb cunt. But
nope,
again,
she's an ankle.
Aladdin wasn't in the Orient at first off, and him being a thief is central to the story being told. It's the tale of the diamond in the rough. You know, he starts off in a shitty place as a lowly, and he becomes a prince. The story does not work. But,
okay, do you know what 1001 Nights is, Tier?
Yeah,
it's a long time.
The woman was telling the tales to keep from being killed by the Sultan. She was trying to entertain him.
The Sultan was sick and was like killing people on a whim because he was in a feverish delirium. Yes, thank you. He was just randomly killing people, but her voice and her stories calmed him. Aladdin is one of like 1001 stories that this chick told to keep the king occupied while he was sick.
This is slightly tangential, but Scheherazade is actually my all-time favorite card in Magic the Gathering because it is so retarded, it is brilliant.
That's awesome, Terry.
But what it does is it basically says you put aside the game that you're currently playing and start a whole new game. And then the outcome of the game within the game has like some effect on the main game. So if you keep cycling the card, you end up with like 10 nested games of Magic the Gathering that each need to be resolved.
Wow.
Yes, it was fucking ridiculous.
But what it comes down to is this was just one story out of thousands of stories that this girl told. And it just happened to be one about a thief. The next one, like the very next one, happened to be about a soldier who was like honored among his people.
I got soul, but I'm not a soldier.
Right. But the next one I want to bring up is the boots. Hidden racist implications in Puss in Boots. The ogre is shown to be barbaric, showing European ideas of people that came from other cultures and lands. How is this about he was a fucking ogre. He's a monster.
I mean, I'm
The
more
name
offended
is-
by the picture in that article.
The cat that looks high.
High and mad.
Pissed.
I'm just.
Well, he is pissed. They put clothes on him.
These folks need to really find something else to be mad about because they're just being a bunch of dumb gay retards.
They need to find Jesus. They need to find Jesus. All right, so another one.
Oh, I think we lost him.
Speaking of thieves, Alibaba and 40 Thieves. This tale has treacherous thieves that are hid by using deceit to gives way to negative stereotypes about people that come from the Middle Eastern cultures, implying they steal and lie. Everyone fucking steals and lies. It is not a cultural thing that, and it's implied in the name, Alibaba and the 40 Thieves.
It was also in
101
Nights.
Again, she doesn't understand, but the one that really made me angry is the Emperor's New Clothes.
Well, when the
what are they upset that it casts a negative light on being naked in public?
Wait a minute, what you about to say, Hellcat?
I was gonna say, well, when your economic system is, in the dumps, you tend to have a lot of thieves.
Yeah, because they were fucking a desert society that fucking was being oppressed by the goddamn Sultan.
I'm going to say it's not the economy as such. It's a low trust society. So you can have a high trust society that's poor and people won't steal from each other. It's just that if you're in a low trust society, people will all the time.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like you'll mainly find that in a poorer income.
Yeah, but I think the standard counterexample is like the poor white people in the mountains, like was it Appalachia or something like that? Like they're destitute basically, from what I hear, but they don't rob each other on a daily basis. They're actually, upstanding moral people. It's just they're poor.
They're poor.
But, you've got people in far less trusting societies with much more money who are going to rob each other blind because they have no reason to trust each other. The culture doesn't support it.
Yeah.
Your Emperor's New Clothes argument here just proves that this person did not read any of the stories they're talking about.
All right, so
dumbasses.
For those that are listening,
Robot and tier.
Robo.
Sorry, can't help it.
Whoa.
And now you're gone.
Hold on.
About time. Now we can see what we really think about him.
We call him Roblox.
Yeah.
Can y'all hear me now?
Much better.
So I think when Tier does it, it should be a Negro bot.
All right. So in the story of the Emperor's New Clothes, the Emperor is mocked when wearing non-European clothing in front of other people. This subtly pushes the idea that Eurocentrism, centric fashion is superior, reducing cultural diversity. That is not the meaning of Emperor's New Clothes. He was naked. It was showing that he was a fucking fool and that there were sycophants around him, and the only one near him, to be honest, was a child.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they were all so terrified of losing their position that they hey, that's a perfect representation of our society right now. The Emperor's New Clothes. People are so fucking afraid to tell these people that they're fucking insane because they don't want to get canceled, that they just go along with the delusion. Oh yeah, men could be women. You cut your dick off, you'll feel better. 29 genders, 20 trillion genders. There's just genders everywhere. You know,
As long as you accept my gender is real, I'm okay. 60 FPS plus gender represent.
as a smaller dark gender, I
Yes.
will accept your gender. I can
Okay.
accept it.
I'm more okay with that than the other bullshit.
Yeah. As I said on the corner, I am actually buying a new computer to affirm my gender.
I'm currently sitting in the dark to affirm my gender.
There you go.
This one really made me angry because the lesson being taught in The Emperor's New Clothes is anybody can be a fool, and those sycophants will tell you what you want to hear to keep you happy when you don't fucking need to hear. You need to hear the harsh truth, and that's what people need today: harsh truth.
Yeah,
People wouldn't
probably.
recognize truth today.
If you tell the harsh truth, not only do you get cancelled, they don't even believe the harsh truth that you tell them anyway. So it's a lose-lose situation, unfortunately.
And if you want, I've got a palate cleanser for after this. It's a little bit longer of a video, but it's a fun one in my opinion.
Hellcat had palate cleanser, but you can play it out. I'm done. This is really what I wanted to talk about.
My screen is shared, so whenever you want to switch to it.
All right.
Y'all ready?
Let me see if I can make it bigger.
It says
Full screen layout.
It's like things my therapist said I wasn't prepared for.
I wasn't prepared for that made me want to drop kick her for personally attacking me. I told my therapist one day that I'm a very lovable person. She looks at me with a straight face and goes, "Then why don't you love yourself?" First off, bitch, I will make every pitcher of tea in your house unsweet to the point it is ungodly. Don't you ever ask me a direct question like that again. Secondly, the audacity, excuse me. I told my therapist that I was a hardworking person and that's all that mattered. She looked at me with a straight face, adjusted her glasses, and said, "The signs of a workaholic is often someone that is disappointed in themselves, so they try and make up for it with work." First off, fuck you. Secondly, I don't know how to respond to that. I told my therapist one day, all I want is for my family to be proud of me. She looks at me with a straight face and goes, "Then what's your excuse to not be proud of yourself?" First off, you heathen whore, your biscuits are still soft in the middle because your grandma didn't even teach you how to bake properly. Secondly, you better get right with the Lord and play with Jesus, not me. How dare you? Thirdly, ow. I told my therapist one day, I think I've had healthy relationships. She looks at me with a straight face and goes, "You better stop lying to yourself and start lying to Jesus. It might do you some good." First off, you Roman trick, you better leave Jesus out of this. Secondly, don't you crucify me. Things my therapist.
Wow. That was awesome.
Third, ow.
Oh man. Wait a minute. I'm trying to be the best Latino representation for you.
What's funny is I was reading somewhere an actual cartel things that are going on for that, like drop down for like a few days after a new episode of Dragon Ball Z or after a new episode of Dragon Ball gets released for worldwide.
Really?
Yeah.
Because everybody's home watching it, I guess.
Cartels like it. It's one of those funny things. It's like, gonna make the cartel member that I have to that's got a gun pointed at me hesitate and ponder if he wants to do that, because I'd have to tell him, Goku would be disappointed in him doing this.
Like, if you do it, you'll disappoint Goku.
I can live. I can live with disappointing Goku.
So I want to. It's another one, and then after this, I'll give you Hellcat's palate cleanser. Angela, it should be in private chat main.
The one that says main?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Is this going to be about a coon? Because I know they come from Maine.
No Maine coons. I want to thank. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I said I want to thank Liv's TikTok. She's doing the Lord's work.
Yes, she is. Maine Democrats bail on bill making state sanctuary for trans people amid far-right uproar. Just seemingly influenced by a significant online campaign led by libs of TikTok's
Raychick.
Maine legislators voted against a bill addressing transgender affirming care for minors.
I gotta say, I'm disappointed in Angela. She said the Jewish name wrong.
Raychick?
No, I think it I saw I forget who, someone interviewed her, and she said it's Haya is how you pronounce.
Well, I was unaware that it was Jewish, otherwise I would have pronounced it correctly. And yes, if it is Jewish, it is Haya. Thank you for letting me know. Yes.
Sounds like there should be more phlegm in that.
I don't want to get my microphone wet, so
I don't want to spit on my computer. Thank you.
and I want to avoid hairballs. So
I'm not telling everyone to pronounce it. I'm just saying it sounds like it should have more phlegm in the pronunciation.
Yeah. I mean, Rodney is right when she said it. She did say it with a bit more of a, I guess, a phlegmy tone.
A phlegmy tone.
Jewish flair.
Yes.
Jewish flair.
I'll do it better next time, okay? Can we move on now?
No.
I mean, we can. Are we going to? It's a little debatable.
Let me check on with my therapist.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. In Maine, a bill seeking security for those seeking gender-affirming care, there's an awful lot of seeking going on, became a lightning rod online for lawmakers from both sides of the aisle. Before lawmakers from both sides of the aisle abandoned the measure. See, you guys got on me about my bad Hebrew.
Yeah, you decided to make it worse.
I mean,
indeed.
all I had to say was, I'm just saying it this way because of X, Y, or Z. All I stated is that name sounds like if it's going to be that way, it's supposed to have more phlegm.
Yeah.
I made a statement. I didn't say you had to change the way you were doing things. You're the one that's getting weird about it now.
Mm-hmm.
That reminds me of it reminds me of a Lewis Black joke where he's talking about the true pronunciation of Hanukkah. He's like, I could pronounce it for you, but I don't have enough phlegm.
and Travis, I'll say this, you sure about that?
Sure about that, buddy?
I thought you were going to say he could pronounce it, but he didn't want to get the first three rows wet.
Oh, no, I was talking about his whole thing when he said he stopped going to therapy because he realized he's awesome and it's everyone else. It's just like, you sure about that?
Okay. The main... No. God damn it, guys. Okay.
We made a loser place.
Next thing you know, she's going to be going,
a bill seeking
is this
security.
supposed to be Ahmed, the dead terrorist?
And we're all doing the seeking again. Okay. The Maine legislature's Judiciary Committee voted against a proposal after a right-wing extremist online learned about the bill and far-right influencers, including libs of TikTok, targeted lawmakers who were considering the legislation. The measure, LD 1735, was a bill aimed at safeguarding gender-affirming care for transgender individuals, including minors. The decision made on Thursday marks a significant moment in the state's approach to transgender rights and health care. No, it basically was the state saying they were not going to become kidnappers in the name of transgender rights.
You know what I think? This is what I think. I think they realized they may have stepped in it, and now they need to quietly back off. And yeah, it was online right wingers that made us stop this thing. So blame them, not us. Target them.
I mean, I don't think it's just right wingers. I think it's just mainly people who don't think that this shit should be pushed on kids.
People who aren't completely fucking retarded.
No. But what that is basically right wingers. People who aren't completely retarded.
Quote unquote right wingers.
Yeah.
No.
I need like 2 minutes. I'll be right back.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. No. What I was saying is that they probably wanted to we stepped in it on this one, and they needed an escape clause or a scapegoat. Right wingers made us do it. Yeah, blame them.
It's because of online hate, because all they did was repost the exact same video we posted with no other context and let us say what we wanted to say, and it's their fault.
Oh no!
They took us out of context. By not taking us out of context.
Wait. They took us out of context while they played the entire video of what we were saying for context. I didn't mean it in such a way. They cut it down. How long's your video? 4 minutes. Their video was 5, but they were talking. They kept cutting me off. You couldn't get the gist of what I was saying.
See, what you did is you weren't listening. You were supposed to read between the lines of what I was saying to get what was supposed to be said. Why didn't you just say what you were trying to say? Well, because you don't understand what I was trying to say.
Wait a minute, hold on.
Use your telekinetic powers.
Hold on. Educate yourselves, bigots. Educate yourselves, okay? Educate yourselves.
You're just sitting there like, are you this fucking retarded?
Yes, Dr. Claw.
Yes, clearly. I don't. All right, so Libs of TikTok is literally a monster of their creation. She would not exist, the channel, if you will, if they weren't doing the fucked up shit they were doing.
I still love for Libs of TikTok. All they quite literally did was add some text to the thing, take the video, and show it in its full fucking context. And they're like, they're just causing hate and spreading misinformation. How? They're letting you say exactly what the fuck you were saying.
There are a couple of tweets.
I think what their argument is going to be is you're showing it to a hostile audience, knowing that it's going to cause blowback against the original creator.
It's like, and the same thing can be applied to them. Like, you don't do that, which you actually deliberately change what people have said.
Oh yeah. Look, I'm not defending them. I'm just saying this is what their argument would be if you try and claim that Libs of TikTok is like just replaying their own words. That would be their reason why she's still an evil, no good, horrible person.
No, Taylor Renz is an evil, no good. No. Taylor Renz is an evil, no good person. First off, she doxed her. Second off, she went to her family's house and involved them. Thirdly, she made, and I'm using air quotes, made an attempt to get her statement from her.
Sure she did.
Yes, sure she did. And I got a bridge to sell you over a volcano. Like, these people are fucking retarded.
You got a bridge to sell. Go ahead, Johnny.
So there have been a couple of tweets that she's put out that were incorrect or misworded. But all in all, like the long and short of it is a majority of her tweets are just the video with editing.
Yeah,
like
it as just is.
Yeah, brought to where it's supposed to be, and I'm just like, like you might think it's wrong, but is it though? Like, no.
But you put this information out in public. It's fair game for everybody. If I didn't want my life documented, I wouldn't put it out on the internet, right?
I mean, I wouldn't put my life on the internet anyway, but
no. But if I want, It's like Meghan and fucking Harry. If they wanted privacy, they could have their privacy.
Yeah, they just have to shut the fuck up.
Respect my privacy.
Yeah. Yeah, well,
Yeah, but she was becoming irrelevant, and she can't have that.
But no, what I was going to say is, Tyr, if you have bridges to sell them over a volcano, that would make sense because, some people are going to want to look into a volcano. I got some oceanfront property in Chicago to sell them.
I actually own the mineral rights to Alpha Centauri. If they buy at a very stale price of $1 trillion, they can have it. The entire solar system belongs to them now. It's for $1 trillion. So that's how I got it. Shut up.
Okay,
right,
so I do have to apologize for ducking out a moment ago. When we started this shit show, my roommates were actually quiet enough that I forgot my door was open.
Yeah.
That's why, like I said, I
suddenly
agreed with the
got a
one kid in the
lot louder.
background that was. I could only hear him speaking in gibberish, and it sounded right.
It's all good.
It made sense.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So ongoing. LD1735, sponsored by Democratic Representative Lori Osher of Orono, was initially backed by numerous advocacy groups, including the Maine Nurse Practitioner Association, the Maine Psychological Association, the National Association of Social Workers, and this is an incomplete sentence, and the Maine Beacon reports. The bill's primary objective, well, we're missing an actual subject or object. The bill's primary objective was to prevent Maine from being forced to work with law enforcement from states where gender-affirming care is banned, specifically in cases involving people who sought such treatment in Maine. Bullshit!
Wait a minute, really quickly.
Oh.
Sillenberg! Sorry.
It's coming after
really
you here.
No,
there is literally one sentence left.
Go ahead, Angela. Sorry. But
this is if authorities from other states were trying to go after people seeking gender-affirming care, Maine would not be obligated to assist them.
I wanted to say, wait a minute. I just wanted to say, if you're a full-fledged adult, if you're 18, you can do what you want. The only way somebody would be hunting you down, if you will, is if you're underage. Like, if I decided I want to go to Maine right now, and my aunt, he can't go to Maine. What the fuck do you? Why can't?
What are you going to do to stop me? I'm
an adult. If I want to go to Maine, I'll go to Maine. But if I were 16 and she wanted to stop me and she's like my legal guardian, I'm kind of SOL. You're not going to Maine.
That's exactly the point that I was about to make. This wasn't about people in general seeking gender-affirming health care. This was you deciding that children were being neglected because they were not receiving gender-affirming health care. And so you were going to turn around and remove them from their parents' care. And that is what was stated in the bill.
Again, I don't care what adults do.
It wasn't even just about gender-affirming health care. Because originally the bill was specifically about not returning children to states that were known to have lax child abuse statutes. And then they added the fucking gender-affirming shit to it.
I say this and I keep saying it, we'll continue to say it. I don't care what you do when you're an adult. cut your dick off. It's yours. But when you're a kid, when you barely know which way the wind blows and what you want to be when you grow up, you cannot be making these permanent decisions. I feel so bad for those kids with parents who are using them as props. Like, I can't remember the celebrity, but she has three, count them, three transgender children, all boys, three transgender children. What are the odds? She adopted all of them. What are the odds in life that all three of her adopted children would be transgender?
0.
You know,
If you give me the age of the kids, I would say the odds are she's seeking out like teenage kids that have already turned around and been declared by some type of psychiatrist.
no, I think she got
these
one
are
fairly young.
these are all kids
But
from
if-
like a different fucking country that she adopted, brought over here, and now
Yeah,
she's
no,
doing
that's
all
worse.
more trans.
That's worse shit.
You know, and that shit frightens me. And because it's trendy, but you're destroying their lives, their sense of selves, because it's the trendy thing to do.
No,
You
this
know-
is a woman that has children that are accessories. They're not her children. If they were actually her children, she probably would not be.
Oh shit!
No, there's the parents as well, that they are their biological kids, and they're still like, they knew that they were trans when they were so young. It's just like,
yeah, no, I'm not arguing that fact. I'm saying that in the case of this woman,
yeah,
she went out and picked up a bunch of kids.
oh
She
shit,
used them as accessories,
yeah,
and then she made an adjustment
Yeah.
to her accessories to make them even cooler.
yeah, because she had
Look
had
at how funny and brave I
only,
am.
and only recently it's all three of my children, my children are transgender. It's like they weren't a year ago, or the whole. It's like for the whole time until all of a sudden you said this. So I'm honestly thinking you're full of shit.
Oh, look how funny and brave I am. I'm raising three transgender children. Oh, worship me. It's like Jazz Jenny's mother.
You're famous. No one fucking cares.
It's like Jazz Jenny's mother. No one can tell me with a straight face that she isn't some sort of narcissistic bitch. You know, that she mutilated her son. And yes, I'm going to call Jazz what he fucking is. He's a guy. He's a male. She mutilated him in order to get on television. Oh well, I have to this young transgender child. My child knew they were trans at a young age.
This is almost, or I'd say probably a bit worse than the woman who would take their daughters and go through all the bullshit, the Botox and all that shit, and then put them in beauty pageants because that shit's fucked up. And
yes,
it's still also obviously worse than the ones that are like, oh, I always wanted to be an actor, so I got my child into acting. And it's like, okay,
living vicariously through your child.
That one I can at least understand. You're trying to live vicariously through your child, which can still give them a better life. It can still also really fuck them up. But it's like this one, yeah, I'm equating you as not much better, or it's like not much worse than the fucking goddamn child beauty pageant mothers or parents, because they got fucking issues as well.
This is more like this is actually, I honestly think, a form of Munchausen's by proxy. Honestly.
There it is. That's the word I'm looking for. There it was. I could not figure it out for the life of me. Yes, that would be a perfect example of what the fuck it is. Munchausen by proxy. And these people are fucking sick. And I feel for these kids. Honestly, I do.
It was like, it's literally, I don't want to hurt myself, but I want the attention from somebody being unwell. So I'll let my kids stand in for me and just make them destroy their lives instead.
In the I was watching an Undo video earlier, and he was going through a speech by a medical profession that was trying to justify transitioning children before puberty, before they before puberty. Yeah, justify it. Like giving them hormones and whatnot, and
Who was
stopping
doing
them.
this?
I can't remember the. I don't think he did. They ever said who he was, the person was, but this was this medical professional, and Undine was going through one of her videos or her speech. Like, but we've already seen where it's a lifetime of treatments and checkups and medication. You are now hooked into the medical system, and you got to pay, and they're gonna rake in cash from all of this because you have to have these things done and these procedures and these checkups to ensure that you're relatively healthy, as cutting off a body part can be. It's fucked up, man. It really is, and it's just getting fucking worse. And I hope every doctor that goes through with this, I hope every one of them meets their end very violently and very bloodily in Minecraft. But that's just me. Continue, man. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, did you want me to read more, or are we done? Because there's like one micro paragraph left.
Yeah, we can finish. Let's finish it up.
The bill had been a top priority for transgender rights advocates.
A little bit more.
Where?
If you scroll down.
I did scroll down. I finished this one about the authorities from other states were trying to go after people seeking transgender blah blah. Maine would not be obligated to assist them. Then there's like a screenshot of one of Libs of TikTok's post pointing it out. And then it's the part that I just started reading.
And then there's more under it.
There is? Oh,
yes.
There is more. All right. The bill had been a top... Oh, that's because this said related, and that's usually at the end of the story.
Yeah.
Sorry. This is by stupid people. The bill had been a top priority for transgender rights advocates this session. God, and the writing sucks too. Viewed as an extension of last year's legislative progress that allowed 16 and 17-year-olds in Maine to access gender-affirming care without parental consent or notification in line with Maine's laws on abortion and contraception for minors. However, significant opposition emerged, particularly from Republican lawmakers, according to reports. The debate over the bill was seemingly influenced by social media campaign led by Chaya Rychik, the Libs of TikTok account operator. On January 16th, Rychik galvanized her 2.8 million followers to action against the proposed legislation. On Wednesday, she wrote another appeal. Breaking: Maine's legislature to vote tomorrow on trans minor sanctuary bill after public backlash. The vote was postponed to January 25th, which is tomorrow. Make sure to email all the state legislators today. Their emails are in the below tweet. Libs of TikTok urged listing lawmaker email addresses. Following this call to action, the Judiciary Committee unanimously voted 12-0 with one member absent, to stop the bill's progression after a brief deliberation period. This is a long-ass rambling mess. The Judiciary Committee, chaired by Democrat Senator Ann Carney and Representative Matt Moonen, unanimously voted down the bill, crossing party lines in a rare show of unanimity. Democrats who had previously supported the bill cited the inclusion of unnecessary language as a primary reason for their change in stance. Republicans argued that LD 1735 in its current form could promote child trafficking, one of the online conspiracy theories spread by conservative influencers, and undermine parental rights. Among its provisions, the bill aimed to prevent the enforcement of orders from other states that might authorize the removal of a child from their parent or guardian for receiving gender-affirming care or mental health care. The advocate contacted OSHA for comment but did not receive a response. The committee's unanimous rejection of LD 1735 is a significant blow to gender-affirming care providers and advocates for transgender rights in Maine. I think it's finally fucking over.
It is.
But somebody needs to teach this site that you don't put this shit that's in the middle of everything.
Hey, Rotten.
There.
Yeah.
I put the link to Johnny's palate cleanser in the chat. Could you play it for me?
Go back, go over here.
So all that retardation takes it out of you.
It really does. My throat hurts.
Sorry, Angel.
All right, y'all ready?
Yes.
Everybody else ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll take that as a yes for Terry and James.
Oh, sorry, I was muted.
Terry's sitting there just like, I wonder
I'm
what
ready.
play for Street Fighter 6.
Yeah, I'm reading the South Park wiki because you were talking about the trans thing. It's like, okay, yeah, I'm just gonna amuse myself until that's over.
Oof.
You want to see a? I gotta stop sharing for that one. So
that was funny. The laugh is what does it to me.
Here's a fuck around, find out one.
As fucking around goes up, find it out. So to find it out.
So y'all ready?
Oh no, this is not good.
It starts off well. Let's see what happens. Oh, he lost a tooth.
Oh my god.
He kept play it again. Play it again.
Okay. Share here. Share.
So he put his foot up there and he kept pushing the guy. And he's trying to fucking sleep.
Yeah. Well, he asked him, it's like, do you mind? You guys like, what? What's the big deal? This is why you don't put your feet like that on any seats, whether it be a plane, a vehicle, any of that.
That was hilarious. I feel bad for this kid, but he deserved
I don't.
it.
I don't.
I absolutely do not.
Wait a minute. I do have a Sensi bone, but I'm I can't find it right now. I'll look for it later.
I mean, the reason why you don't, let's say, okay, because something like that can be the reason why you don't in a vehicle is because if that vehicle gets into an accident, your feet are
legs
going
are
to
broken.
touch your face.
Yeah.
A lot.
Your shin bone is now going through your head.
All right. Asshole times. Yay.
Hmm.
I thought we were already here.
You know what I mean. I'm gonna put this one up in chat. So I decided to look at where everybody sucks and see, because I don't honestly think everybody fucking sucks. Post it in chat. I think this is everyone's house. Can you see it?
Yep.
All right. Am I the asshole for walking out on my nephew's birthday bunch, I guess lunch, because my sister belittled me?
Probably brunch.
No, I think it was meant to be Brady Bunch, and they just misspelled it as birthday.
My nephew's Brady bunch.
Yes.
All right. My sister 55 and I 53 are chalk and cheese. I am the eternal optimist and she is a pessimist. She also lacks empathy and tact, so has few friends and leans on me regularly to complain about life and work. I usually listen and move on. Last week we were out to brunch with the family for my nephew's adult birthday. I was excited to be there to tell them about my planning for our trip to Disneyland, which is currently a secret from our child. And for once, she wasn't with me, so I could talk openly about it. I had already mentioned it to one end of the table and then moved to the other end to tell my parents. My sister was sitting in the middle, so sure, she heard it twice. I was talking about it to some of the minor things, and no one was talking to my sister, so she turned to join our conversation and immediately started to make out like I was going on. I replied that I'm sure I might have been going on a little at the moment, but this is my thing right now and I'm enjoying it. My dad has dementia, so he wouldn't have cared if I was going on anyway. He just likes someone talking to him. But my sister very loudly said, "But your thing is boring everyone else." Now, normally I could let it slide, but I had caffeine and then a Bloody Mary holiday brunch treat, and I saw red. On a side note, I had just that morning spent 15 minutes on the phone with her, listening to her go on about her work and the problem people she had there. So all of a sudden, I had a chemical mix of caffeine, alcohol, and a heavy hit of adrenaline. And so, in order not to make a scene in a public place, I walked out. Outside, I realized that I was crying, really angry and shaking, and there was no way I could go back in and sit quietly. I decided to go back in and get my husband and leave. As I was walking back, and she came out and tried to stop me, and I said no. She tried to again, and I held up my hand, said no. I went back and got my very confused husband and said goodbye to my nephew and left. My mom, of course, rang me later to see what happened, and I told her. My sister had not mentioned to the table what she said, but she did ask my mom to tell me she's sorry. I eventually settled down and left it overnight. No call or text from my sister. She texted me this morning and said, "I don't know if you heard my apology yesterday. I'm sorry for upsetting you. I'm concerned about the level of anger you demonstrated. I'm here to talk if you want to. To be honest, I'm still really pissed off. One, I don't. That's not an apology. And two, I
Uh,
don't have anger issues. I feel like she's deflecting. So I haven't replied. My question: am I the asshole in this situation?
no.
Nope. Sister
She
is,
actually
but not
dealt with
you.
it well because she left the party so that she did not disrupt it and fuck up her nephew's day.
She didn't want to start shit. I get it.
She is not the asshole. Her sister needs some lessons in social decorum.
Hey, Will. I'm gonna send you the links. James seemed to have dropped. And oh
I
Lord,
think James,
James probably. Hopefully, it's just his phone. There you are. But yeah, I don't think she's the asshole in the situation, and I
she
don't
is
think everybody
absolutely
sucks.
not the asshole.
I think the sister's the asshole. Excuse me, most definitely, but her, no, I don't. You have every right to think.
Anyone who said everybody sucks
Hmm?
is like super hypersensitive to people with like neurodivergent people.
Yo,
Like
Cat's Burger.
autistic people or whatever.
Now you get two black cats on your stream.
I know.
That's double the bad luck crossing your path.
I know.
Yeah, that's why you guys are my friends, because otherwise it's bad luck.
Ah, smart.
But did you hear the scenario, Cat's Burger?
Yeah, I have the story up.
What are your thoughts?
Sister's a bit of a self-possessed, selfish, narcissistic witch, and the author is definitely trying to figure somewhere between the 0 and -5 scale.
No, it's Angela.
You're,
I'll give her maybe a -3. Hellcat. Robotic?
I wouldn't say so. Just
Am I robotic again?
You were.
Yeah.
You were. You're clear now.
I was. Oh.
Yes.
Okay. Hellcat, what are your thoughts?
yeah, about the same. I wouldn't say she's the asshole. He or she.
It's a she. It's a woman and her sister.
And sister sucks at apologies too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That passive aggressive bullshit.
No, you can tell that the sister is the golden child. She's the one that's always been coddled and.
Yeah, the sister is the one that parents are always taking that side, standing up for, defending, all of that stuff. I am familiar with that.
Yes.
I have the luck of being born the only child, so I will never know that suffering. But
Lucky bastard.
again, like that's fucked up. Like really, I don't see why she sucks in this, and I don't think the parents are sucky. Maybe the mom a little, but not.
Well,
not
that's
to,
kind of the point that she's trying to make. She's not sure because her mom, at least, because her dad's apparently got dementia to the point of not really knowing what's going on anyways. But the sister didn't say anything about what happened to anybody. And this person was trying not to get her sister's shit either. So the mom just knows that something happened where the sister thought that she needed to do that thing that she considered an apology. And has no idea what's going on. So I have a feeling that the author literally needs to make sure that there isn't, like, she didn't do something that she doesn't realize was inappropriate.
Carrie, thoughts?
I mean, it seems pretty clear cut to me. The sister's a cunt, and then the author just was excited about a holiday and was telling people about it. Like, I've told several people about my new computer, and no one has shouted, "Oh my god, your thing is boring, everybody!" And if they did, I probably think they were a bit fucked up in the head.
Well, there goes the gag.
Well, there goes the end of the show. God.
Look, we all know Terry bought a new computer so that way he can truly, truly live out his gender identity.
This is correct.
And since he's a grown-ass adult, we support him in this because he's not a fucking dick about it.
That's true. I mean, 60 FPS gender is a very important gender, and I accept it, Terry. Rodden, what are your thoughts?
Person's not an asshole. The sister needs to get the fuck over themselves.
I'll
be honest. I got a good buzz going on, and like after a little bit, I stopped paying attention.
I kind of expect that nowadays.
They were just like, it's not even the actual fact that I was drinking. It's just it got the whole thing, and it's like, yeah, you know, it's like I got a family that bitches about things to me. It's like, you know, I can understand that. Me and my dad both bitch to each other about work. Well, not really bitch, but complain about dumb shit at work and whatnot. And
but it's reciprocated.
Yeah, it's like we both have that. This person's supposed to basically just be the fucking springboard off everything.
Yeah, but that's a little different. Don't you and your father work at the same place essentially?
Nope, we haven't worked at the same place for 17 years.
Oh, well, I'm sorry.
Yes, because I got laid off after I crashed a dirt bike, tearing the PCL in my knee, my right knee, breaking my ring finger, pinky finger on my right hand, and then the two bones that connect to those two said fingers. At the choice of the, at the time, vice president of the company, and I disagree with his reasoning, but I respect his reasoning.
Fair enough.
So, do you have any body parts that aren't broken?
Actually, every bone that I have broken has been on my right hand.
Oh, jeez.
Ouch.
Now, when it comes to like scars and shit like that, I have those all over the goddamn place. I mean, I got the scar from where I had 300 stitches in my dome because of getting attacked by a German Shepherd with heartworms. It's why I'm missing chunks, bits and pieces of on both ears.
God damn.
On my left hand, the webbing for the that goes by the thumb of where it has that curve into the hand instead of going to a point, I've actually got a flat part from accidentally chopping that off by a pellet gun thing to where I was going to load it, and the fucking thing sprung forward, and I was at least able to move my thumb, but instead it cut through that.
Ooh. Oof.
You know, and obviously there's my appendix scar from where my appendix ruptured, and then 2 weeks later I went to the hospital. Yeah,
God
like
damn it.
Like statistically, I know there's at least at 17 because that's when it happened for my appendix. Like that's when I should have died. So I'm on my currently 30th anniversary, or no, it'd be 20th anniversary of the day I should have died. Damn near.
Wow.
Man, Rod.
Well, I'm glad you didn't die.
I am. I'm glad.
Well, I mean, the good thing, at least about for the crash and the dirt bike, is I was being a dumbass and driving it where I shouldn't, or riding it where I shouldn't have, which was on the road. Luckily, I at least tried to subconsciously, I subconsciously corrected it. So instead of hitting the guardrail with the front tire and going over ass over tea kettle, I slid along the guardrail until I was then hurled off. Because if I'd have went ass over tea kettle by hitting with the front tire, I'd have hit a tree that's like 3 to 4 foot in diameter.
Whoa.
And then the bike would have hit me, and I'd most likely have been paralyzed from the waist down.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I can tell you hitting those trees is not fun.
No, fucking physics wins.
Yeah.
All the time.
And
Physics always wins. Gravity always wins.
And it's just one of those things like my luck is not in the whole thing of like I'm gonna win money or win things like that. I can usually find a halfway decent deal on a vehicle I'm going to buy, especially if it's used. And I don't die in a lot of things that I should have died in.
You know what I think? I think Kenny McCormick dies every time you're supposed to, and that's
Genius.
Oh,
Good one.
fucking bravo.
That was nice.
Well done.
Well played, good sir. Well played.
I like that one. I'm gonna have to use that.
All right. I'll put the next one in chat. So.
The heck, I'm gonna have to use that one.
okay.
All right. So, am I the asshole for not getting involved in my mother and sister's fight?
No.
Probably not.
No.
Unless I don't even care if it was straight up fisticuffs. Unless someone was busting out a weapon. No.
Yeah, if it was like a physical, like violent fight, then that's different. But I'm assuming they mean argument.
And then it all depends on what their ages are. If they both grown ass adults, fuck it. Sometimes they just need to have that fight.
Yeah.
Was one of them right?
I don't know. Let's read on. I'm writing this because I generally don't know what to do anymore. Just know now, both my mother and my mom and sister stormed out of the house after an argument they had. Basically, my sister was supposed to go to the pharmacy for my mother today, but she got really sick and did not do it. Earlier, my mother also asked me if I can maybe do it, and I told her I would if she'd let me know on time since I have other plans today. The three of us got into an argument about it, and fast forward a few hours ago, my mom told all of us just let the thing go and move on. Half an hour later, my mom started screaming at my sister out of nowhere about the pharmacy again. They were going back and forth. My mom screaming and my sister trying to calm her down because, again, my sister is sick and had a headache. But a bit into the argument, my mom yelled at my sister, hold on, I lost my place. Always does things like this and asked me to confirm. I told her I don't want to get involved because this isn't my fight. I'm fully on my sister's side, but afraid to say so. My mom got mad at me for that, and my sister came to my rescue saying to leave me out of this. After my sister left, my mom came back to yell at me saying that she's never doing anything for me again since I don't ever help her either. She also said, I know you got work tomorrow, but I'm not getting up at 9 a.m. to watch the dog, so figure it out. My sister had plans tomorrow, and I can't leave the dog alone since he has separation issues. Now I don't know what to do. I thought about calling in sick, but I'm one of the only people working tomorrow, and I just can't do that. So, am I the asshole for not getting involved? And is my mom right to leave me figuring out how I can go to work? No, you are not the asshole. Your mom is, but not you.
Oh yeah.
Your mom's a total bitch.
Say,
In the
how
words
old is
of-
everybody involved in this?
They don't say.
Because all y'all need to grow up like yesterday.
In the words of Guard Headland's good friend Johnny Hellcat, have you tried not being a bitch?
I will say I don't think the author is the asshole, but she is a coward. Like she said,
Yeah, absolutely.
she was too scared to stand up for her sister. That's a shitty reason. Like if she just said it's not my fight and left it at that, I'm on her side. If she says it's not my fight and I'm scared to support my sister, okay, no, now you're a coward. I don't respect that.
Well, given how the mom is reacting, I can honestly see like that woman is fucking insane.
Yeah, no, her mom's a manipulative bitch.
Oh yeah, very
bordering
much so.
bordering on mental abuse, but
Yeah. I think the mother is psychotic. There's like she's a fucking nutcase. But all I'm saying is I think the author had a terrible reason for staying out of the fight. If it was just that she was scared of supporting her sister.
Well, I've
I don't
got to
disagree
throw
with
just
that.
a little bit of unknown context into that because there is stuff that they don't indicate either way, and that is if they've ever had that experience with their mom before. As far as are they afraid because their mom's
She'll
just
react.
crazy, or are they afraid because of reactions their mom has had to their action before?
If in the past the mother has been like physically violent, then yeah, that makes a lot more sense that she would be scared to defend her. But assuming that it's just screaming at each other, if you're staying out of it because it's not your fight, that's one thing. If you're staying out of it because you're scared of the repercussions, then that's not something I can support.
Well, look, the thing about what she said, like the mom just said, "Oh well, you gotta figure out how to, I'm not doing shit for you anymore because you never defend me. So now you gotta fucking figure out how to, look out for your dog and go to work. Fuck you, I'm gone." So it's clear. So clearly, the mom is the type that, when you piss her off, she just stopped doing shit.
Yeah, but I mean, she got the negative consequences anyway. So, like, the thing she was scared of happened anyway. She should have defended her sister. If the only reason she didn't was out of fear, then yeah, like it'd be different if it's like, oh, they're arguing again. This is nothing to do with me. I'm staying out of it. That would be different. But
thing is, I've witnessed family disputes and fights like this where the staying out of it got this level of response, but saying anything other than complete agreement, beyond the staying out of it, actually trying to say anything else other than complete agreement with the person questioning actually did result in violence. So, I mean,
Damn if you do, damn if you don't.
no.
Yeah,
No.
Say cowardice. Maybe, yeah, I can see that, but I hesitate to go full into saying it's unjustified.
Well, I will say if the mother has a history of being violent, which is not indicated in the story, but if she does, then I will reconsider my position. But based on what we've been given, if all it is screaming, then coward. If she
coward isn't the same as an asshole, though.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But I will say if the mother does have a history of physical violence, then the author should have called the police.
Hellcat, thoughts?
Yeah, I'm totally with Terry on this one. May not be an asshole, but you need to grow a pair.
Ew, female pair. I don't think we heard from Rotten.
I really don't have much to add. I'm not muted, right?
Yeah, you're not muted.
We
I
heard
go grab a
you,
drink.
Rotten.
Yeah. I was off on different things. I'm trying to figure out this whole fucking weird thing. I think it was the whole audio thing as well. Might have been the automatically adjust mic volume from this thing. There's too much shit that wants to go through and be like, we'll adjust your microphone volume for you. No.
I can do that myself, damn it.
Here, we got time for a few more. I may grab a life advice too, just to spice some shit up. I'm gonna put this one, and this will be the last one. Now start looking for life advice. Am I the asshole for getting my family individual Christmas gifts?
Probably not. If that's the only thing you did.
I'm
perplexed.
What's that?
What was the title again?
Am I the asshole for getting my family individual Christmas gifts? It's in chat if you want to,
Well, the way you said it, like individual, I thought like, what?
Sorry. Hi. So I'm wondering if I, 22 female, am a bad person for giving my family individual Christmas gifts. For context, me and my little sister, 20 female, are very close and always gave joint gifts from both of us to our family members at Christmas time. This saves money and time because our parents have divorced and remarried, so now we have a ton of step family as well. And sometimes we won't have enough.
Okay.
Now I get it.
Basically, what it is instead of doing the joint gift with her and her sister, she did them on her own. And depending on the context of it, I would have to say no. If the sister was wanting to be like bougie or some shit.
We wouldn't even get some of them gifts and would just stick to direct family. Last year, I was a senior in college and had a very lucrative internship over the summer and was lucky enough to finally have my own cash to spend. I thought it would be a nice surprise to actually get everyone a meaningful gift from me, and I spent a ton of time thinking about each one. Of course, I also went in on our joint gifts with my little sister because she's younger and I knew she didn't have a ton of extra money. I didn't tell her because I wanted this to also be a surprise for her since it was the first time I'm getting her a big gift as well. I felt like Christmas Day went awesome. Everyone was surprised by my gifts and how personal they were. My mom especially. She cried getting hers because it was a matching bracelet with me with the lyrics from the Gilmore Girls theme song, which we watched all the time together. Okay, that's a little gay. However, I know it's girl thing. However, after the fact, my little sister said she felt betrayed by me and that I somehow made her look bad. I tried to explain to her that that was not the case at all and that our family knew she was years younger than me and I had some more extra cash in time something like this, to do something like this. But I also felt bad about how she felt like it soured the whole thing. I feel like she was especially sensitive about the gift I got my mom because it was very much a mother-daughter gift. She keeps on mentioning the betrayal this year, and I have to keep apologizing and explaining. For context, my little sister has always been more headstrong than I am, and has had to really work on growing her empathy. I often feel like I can be bulldozed by her feelings and that God damn it, that we have to do things her way all the time. Anyways, this year I was guilted into doing joint gifts with her again, even though I now have a job and could have or should
the rest
have.
of it's all irrelevant from this point on, the whole thing.
Yeah.
Are you an asshole for getting the personalized gifts? No.
No.
Probably should have told your little sister about it, been like, hey, like quite literally told her. That way, if anything, she plausibly could have went and been like, well, I'd like to be a part of that as well. Can we do something that's more personal for all three of us? Plausibly. So it would have been the good thing to go and say, hey, I can do this. So you should have given the heads up. What you are an asshole for is for the constant apologizing.
Yeah.
You're the older sibling. Tell your fucking younger sibling to grow a goddamn pair of whatever it is. I don't.
That seems to be consistent advice tonight.
Yeah.
Grow a pair.
Stop being a broke bitch. And yeah.
But no, I agree completely. It's not. She didn't do anything wrong, especially since she also went in for the dual present, like from both of them. But it was a bit. She should have told the sister. She should have let her know in advance what she was planning to do. Once again, these stories come down to bad communication.
Yeah, a lot of it is bad communication, or sometimes just people being crazy motherfuckers. Yo, Spud Gun, I didn't see you there. Sorry about that. I don't think she's a pushover. She's easily manipulated.
She absolutely is easily manipulated. And I think the sister has an issue because she clearly has a closer relationship with her mother than her sister does.
The younger sister, yeah.
It's more like the younger sister kind of views her as a parental figure rather than being close with their mother.
So apparently Will's browser crashed. That's why he dropped out.
Aww.
Presumably he'll be trying to rejoin. There he is.
I'm sorry about that, Will. Will, thoughts?
Your browser sucks?
Yeah.
The crazy thing is I have got at least I love to abuse my computer. I got at least 40 browser windows open. Only one of them crashed.
The one
on the stream.
One was StreamYard. And it wasn't even the full window. It was the single tab in the window, the StreamYard. There's 3 other tabs open in that window that perfectly fine. No, it's just that one. So looking at this, the big thing that I see that the author did wrong, and I'm not saying it goes real high on the list, is starting out with, I'm not telling my sister about this. And I appreciate the want to surprise her, but if every year leading up to this, you've done joint gifts, and then you go out on your own and don't do joint gifts. Now,
no, she did do joint gifts. She did
joint gifts, but she did individual too.
Yeah.
Oh.
She still should have told her about it, but she was still a part of both of them. Because that's all she had to say was, hey, to let you know, since today or this year was a better year for me, I want to do something a little bit personal. I'm still going to do a joint gift with you, but I want to do something a little more personal for them as well, for like mom and and dad, or for the whomever they're going to do it for.
Yeah, I think that
it's basically everybody was saying it boils down to the communication, and then less you're getting some really solid, convincing, non-manipulative argument for not doing it that way.
Mm-hmm.
Get the communication in early and go with it, and don't let don't get turned around by complaints afterwards. But you a little less likely to get those complaints if you don't just bombshell it on the person out of the blues, like, oh hey, yeah, we did these joint gifts, but I went out and did all my own thing too. As the sibling that isn't always, it's basically never been the better off financially. I could see where the younger sibling could feel disadvantaged and everything like that. And that just boils down to communication. And younger sister's got to be more understanding too.
Yes.
Yeah, this is a communication issue. I don't think anybody's necessarily the asshole in this situation. No, it's not like the last one we read where Mom is clearly the asshole.
No,
I'd say the sister is slightly the asshole for demanding so many apologies.
Yes. Well, the sister is an asshole for keep bringing up the betrayal, and the one sister, the main OP, is an asshole for constantly apologizing about it. But that doesn't have to do with the initial, is she the asshole?
Yeah. I don't think the constant apologies makes her an asshole. I think it makes her a pushover.
Yes.
Like she should, as the phrase has been, the catchphrase is grow a pair. She should tell her sister, look, I'm sorry you're still upset about it, but I've apologized many times. You really need to get over this.
Like, I can't apologize again. I don't feel like doing it. Like, either get over it or whatever. All right.
Well, we've either been through this once and you've forgiven me, or you're going to keep dragging up and you're never going to forgive me. And if that's the case, just let me know so I can go about my way.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even say that whole thing. I've been the one to be like, look, I've already apologized for it. I'm not apologizing for it again. Either get the fuck over it or stop fucking talking about it because I no longer care.
Yeah, I mean, that would work just as well.
You need to build a bridge and get the fuck over it, okay? Mm-hmm.
Get off the cross.
And she definitely should not have not gotten gifts if she wanted to this year.
All right. Life advice by Prudence, and I found one. It says, "Help! My husband shoved." Sorry, let me put it in chat. God damn it.
All I heard was help, husband shoved, and it's like, this isn't going too well.
No.
All right. Help! My husband shoved the wedding cake in my face. Now I'm divorcing him.
I can understand why. Depending on the context, but if it's just like being a dick, that's.
All right. Okay. I got married just before Christmas, and I'm hoping to be divorced or annulled by the end of January. Obviously, that wasn't the plan originally, but
The original plan was to wait until the marriage had been long enough that you get half your stuff when you divorce. That's the real plan.
Yeah. I never cared about getting married, but I wasn't opposed to it. So when my boyfriend proposed in 2020, we decided to go for it. We each took on about half the responsibility of organizing the wedding, but I think I was pretty responsible for compromise when he really wanted something. My only hard and fast rule was that he wouldn't rub cake in my face. Okay, well then fine. All right.
That is an awfully specific rule.
It's a tradition. I don't know about there, but it is a tradition to when the bride and groom have their first piece of cake.
That is a weird tradition.
Them to basically smash it in each other's face. I don't understand it. I am opposed to it myself.
I don't think it was was it an actual tradition or is it something?
Is a tradition.
Because it used to be that they just fed it to the other person, and then like I think one person was like, "Oh, I should do this,"
and then it became a traditional thing.
I'm once again glad I am not married. This is giving me yet more reason to be glad that I've never been married.
So it's not a traditional thing. It's just a thing that became a gimmick.
Became a tradition because.
Oh, hang on. We've got a case of exact words going on here. I think I see what the husband was thinking.
Wait. All right. Okay. Being a reasonable man who knows me well, he didn't. Instead, he grabbed me by the back of the head and shoved my head down into it. It was planned that the cake was destroyed, and he had a bunch of cupcakes to back up. I left.
He kept his promise. He kept his promise.
It's very true.
Hold on. I need a minute. Okay, I'm ready.
Yeah.
The next day, I told him we're done. I'm standing by that. The thing that over the holidays, everyone has gotten together to tell me I should give him a second chance. That I was overreacting because of my issue. I'm very claustrophobic after a car accident years ago, and I absolutely panicked when being shoved into a cake and held there.
bullshit.
I got in a car accident, and that caused me not to have my face implanted.
Okay,
no,
and yeah,
shut the fuck up.
Okay, yeah, and 10-1, it's like he shoved your face in the cake. It's not like he fucking held it there for fucking several minutes, like he's doing some fucking torture thing in Guantanamo Bay, to where he's like, "Tell me where the terrorists are."
Yeah,
Eat the cake, Anime! Eat the motherfucking cake!
He's smashing a cake in your face, not waterboarding you. Shut the hell up.
Thank you. Thank you. That is where my brain went to.
All right. I need a minute. Okay. How's there?
Number 2 work for?
Number
That's right.
one.
Bite your lip and give it hell.
That I love him, even though right now I don't feel that at all. He loves me, and that means not giving up at the first hurdle. I don't want to, but everyone is united and confident in their assurance that I'm making a terrible mistake. And I wonder if they're right. Yeah, I kind of think they are.
Leave him and save him the bullet. That's fine.
Yes.
my position is: are there kids involved? If this couple has kids, don't get divorced. If there's no kids, I don't care. Do what the fuck you want. Ruin your life. Get divorced.
Yeah, if
you probably won't find another guy as good as the one you're willing to marry. But
you take your bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm with Terry on that one. If there's kids involved, definitely stay there for the kids, because it might have just been the one thing. If it continues to where it exponentially gets worse, then fuck yeah, get a divorce, and because that could plausibly go back onto your kids as well.
And I was actually coincidentally talking to my wife about this. Is like, you know who you're marrying, and that is faults and all. So if you know that the guy you're going to be marrying has a sense of humor that is equal to this incident here, then that's on you, lady.
Yeah, no, I agree.
You get what you married into?
Yeah.
Just like he married your neurotic ass. So
it would be like me marrying a Jewish woman and then getting upset. Why won't you do anything on Saturdays? What's wrong with you? It's like,
why won't you cook me bacon?
Like I would have known she was Jewish when I married her. It doesn't make sense to get upset at her for being, for doing Jewish things.
For being Jewish?
Yeah.
I do want to go off in a different direction for a second. Everyone else can see the meme that I have on there. And on the stream, I'm still showing the Mexican meme.
Yes.
I see the Mexican meme.
Yes.
I'm seeing blank.
No, I'm seeing the Mexican meme.
I see the Mexican meme.
That is so freaking weird, because I'm showing the one that says, something else. So let's try.
I can only see the Mexican one on both the stream and on StreamYard.
Exactly.
Try switching to this one real quick.
That's odd, because on StreamYards on my phone, it's showing it's blank.
Yeah, but I'm seeing on the stream, I'm seeing the.
Yeah, on stream,
I'm having the same thing Terry's having.
Yeah, I can only see the Nacho Libre thing.
I can see the
fucking weird.
I can see. All right, let me explain. On my phone, I see a blank screen. On the StreamYards, I'm seeing naturally.
Okay, now it's changed. It's updated for me now.
Now I have nobody. Bullets in a.
There we go.
90.
Now it goes. Now it's did it. I don't know. It went fucking retarded on me for a minute. Go back to what I had it to in a moment. That threw me off for a minute.
Hashtag core members. If you first read that as core members, we're fucking hell.
Well, that's what it says. It clearly says core members. What else would you want to read it as?
I didn't even read that.
AKA OnlyFans.
Yep. Right. We already.
Who remembers? Maybe that's what the other interpretation is.
Well, what the other interpretation is supposed to be is who remembers.
Yeah, obviously.
But
Yeah.
obviously, if they knew how to use, grammatically of, putting a capital W
It's,
and a capital R.
It reminds me of there's the Italian company PowerGen, and the website is PowerGen Italia, and you can imagine.
Oh
what
no!
PowerGen Italia.
Oh no!
Oh, that is fucking hilarious. Yo, Green.
Sorry,
man,
Terry.
Thank you, Terry, for that one. I'm gonna do another life advice because these
That's
are
almost like I know Donald Glover.
Well, but before you do that, Tier, I've got something to drop in here alongside
go ahead.
you knew what you were marrying and everything.
Go ahead.
Because I have seen, and I don't remember what other forum it was on. It might have been Reddit. Essentially, this exact story, down to the dates, the requests, the plan to annul, but it left out the whole claustrophobia after a car accident, etc., etc.
Yeah, I could have sworn you had this story.
Instead, it referenced the damage to her makeup, and it says just her makeup for the day. And it's like, get over yourself.
Well,
You care about
honestly,
you care about the makeup more than you care about anything else. You wanted to look pretty more than you wanted to get married.
honestly, you're gonna sweat that shit out later tonight. So what the fuck does it matter?
I mean, it's simple. If you really don't want that to happen, you don't necessarily give an ultimatum. You give an incentive, a reason not to do that. Something that you normally wouldn't do in the bedroom would be a good incentive to a guy.
If you don't do that, you'll get anal. Got it.
That or she'll do that thing you like with her tongue.
Ah, blowjob. Sweet.
Maybe she's got that Larkin love style tongue to where it's like, yeah, she can blow you and then also like cup your balls with her tongue.
Wow.
Look, the day before the week before the wedding, if you promise not to smash my cake in my face or anything, I promise to let you smash my face later tonight.
Maybe he's trying to get her in that sword swallowing position.
Oh man, we're going to hell for this one, Rod. You're gonna doctor.
I was going to hell way before that. Give me some credit.
That's why I said you're gonna be the conductor.
Right on the corner, already there.
Okay. What you say, Angela?
I'm kind of on both sides of this argument because honestly, I don't. If you said you were not going to do it and you knew the meaning of what she meant, to turn around
I don't think
and
you should have
create
done
a loophole is ridiculous. I can understand why she would be angry about her makeup, because women spend anywhere between, like, this is sounding like one of those weddings. Women spend anywhere between $500 to $1,500 on their makeup for their wedding.
God, honestly,
Not
I would just
me.
down to the courthouse.
Well, I mean, we also know this isn't for men. This is for them and predominantly other women.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
This is about being the prettiest girl in a room on a day that is supposed to be about you. And you kind of can't do that if you are wearing chocolate on your face.
Well, with me,
a lot of people would think a chocolate
Or whatever your cake is.
This is the thing that I've always found kind of funny about that, is because it's not like they're going to do the cake and then go into the ceremony. The ceremony's done. By the time that portion of the reception has happened, everything should be dying down. If there's any form of a bar, especially if it's an open bar, most people are 7 sheets to the wind.
Actually, the cake generally comes right before the dancing starts.
That's true in that whole thing, but by then, that's like usually when the dancing starts is when you have the certain people that are going to start leaving because they got kids or what the fuck ever.
Yeah, but you've got your father-daughter dance that you have to do in front of everyone.
That's why I think any of that shit.
You've got
I honestly
your
think the
first dance with the groom that you have to do.
Hold on a second. I was going to say that's why I personally, this is a personal opinion, I think all of those things should happen before the cake. Like the
I'm not saying I don't agree.
I think the cake should be the final end of the ceremony. Everyone eats, like they've done their dancing, they have the cake to replenish that, and then everyone after that can go the fuck home, whatever.
You ain't got to get down, go home, but get the hell out of here.
You know, at that point, let the bride and groom go back to the freaking hotel room or wherever it is they're going, shower down, and consummate the marriage that they've probably already done several times beforehand.
It would be nice if they did it that way, but they consider the cake part of the meal, which happens before the dancing starts. Which, like I said, you've got the father-daughter dance, the first dance between the couple, the tossing of the bouquet / garter, where you're going to have a bunch of picture moments with the bride and the groom.
I'm lucky in that sense. Like all my grandparents are dead and that whole thing. So unless I, for some odd reason, get married and she wants to do it because of that reason, I'm more than happy to do a friend of the court.
Yeah, that's what. If I'm going to do it, I'm doing it in front of the court.
My parents have already said flat out they're not worried about having some big thing with me there, just as long as they're notified before I get hitched. like just tell us beforehand. That's like when I went to Japan for the military. My dad's like, look, don't know what's going to happen if you're going to end up getting married to a local, but if it happens, at least try to call us or notify us before you get married.
Yeah.
You know, don't come back with a surprise.
And I was like, Dad, you don't really have to. I'm kind of sitting there, and you know, this was like a few days after that, and that whole thing. I think I kind of told him, like, well, you don't have to worry about me doing that, considering the fact I am in a bet with I don't know if she's my cousin's second ex-wife yet.
Oh God.
That one's a weird one and whatnot. But she was like, "Oh, you're gonna go to Japan and get married to a local." I'm like, bet. No, because and that one, that's a weird thing because like, with my cousin, his first wife is his bitch of a mother, and he will even say his bitch of a mother before she passed. Oh, dude, she. I can get into that further off top screen, but like or not screen, but off stream. Turned his own wife, his wife against him. She divorced him. The gal, if I'm correct, that he was at least was the most recent wife. She's younger than him, but she pursued him even though knowing he wasn't a partier. So they got together, ended up getting married, having a daughter, if memory serves me correctly. Then after the daughter got a couple years older, she decided she wanted to go back to doing a little bit more partying. So that shit didn't work with that whole thing. And he's just like, because he's a couple years older than we are here. So he's almost fucking 40, if not in his 40s.
Okay.
And he's just like, I'm done with that shit. I just want to go to work, do that whole thing. And like, if I'm going to get drunk at home.
All y'all making me feel ancient all of a sudden.
And the thing
is, be quiet. You're younger than me.
The only reason why he's not divorced is because for some odd reason in Michigan, it costs him money to go file for divorce, but it costs her nothing.
That's some bullshit.
And he got a lot louder.
Yeah.
Yeah, my fucking levels went retarded again. Why? I don't know.
Yeah, if you're filing, you have to pay all the filing fees and everything on that.
Yeah,
depending on how contested it is, it can get really expensive from there. But
yeah, because of everything, I think it's probably because she doesn't have a job or whatnot. But yeah, she wouldn't have to file for anything. And even though she wants the divorce as well, last I knew, she wants the divorce as well. She didn't file.
You just reminded me of why is divorce so expensive? Because it's worth it.
Pretty much.
And Angela, you're 25. Will's almost $1 trillion.
I was getting called older than dirt 30 years ago. So.
You were older than dirt, 5 minutes ago. Like, come on now, Will. You're just ancient. We all know you're an eldritch abomination.
And so, are you up there in the 1-ton hammer skeptok range, or are you not quite as old as
I'm pretty sure he's younger
I'm in
than
the
me.
moonshock range.
Oh, in the moonshock range. Okay, so
yeah, he's younger than me.
So about the same as me then.
It's like me and Tier are the same age in that whole thing of being 37, and flat out, I've already been called dad by other grown ass adults. Well, and it wasn't in the daddy portion of it. It's like they quite literally at a bar introduced me as dad because they're like, yes, you see, he's the one who gets us back to base safe.
Yeah, I'm usually close to being the oldest, but I think this time I'm actually not because I'm only 43. So I know Angela is older than me. I think Will is older than me.
No, every time your birthday comes around, I'm reminded that you're nicely younger, and I'm like, do I remember that age?
Yeah,
I remember that age.
So I think Moonshock
maybe Will's older than me.
Moonshock is a little bit older than me as well.
Not if you're older than Moonshock. I'm not.
I'm older than Moonshock. I don't know how much older, but I'm older than Moonshock. I'm 47.
Then you're not older.
Old people. Sorry.
I'm not older.
Yeah,
than
no.
Moonshock. Okay.
You're not older than me either.
Okay.
How old are you, Will? If you don't mind me asking.
Well, to use a thing from 2013 when I was in Afghanistan in Bagram again for my second tour, when I was still in like my mid-20s, I got told, just remember, by Middle Eastern standards, you're a middle-aged man. So by Middle Eastern standards tier, we're old-ass men.
Oh, yeah. I actually remember that from an episode of Frasier where Frasier is denying that he's middle-aged because he's only 55. And Frasier and Niles is like, well, only if you intend to live to 110.
You know what, Tier? We can even say this. We got past a potential midlife crisis without having to buy a shitty sports car.
That's true. There we go. Not that we can afford them.
Instead, I just bought guns.
Hey, more practical.
I'm better investment.
Yeah, I don't think I ever had a midlife crisis. Now that I'm thinking back on it.
Well, I don't hate sports cars. They're just not really my biggest thing. I just don't see a lot of the point in them.
Kari, you have to be born to have a midlife crisis. You're a fucking AI.
The whole like gotta go fast thing was always more of a phase for me than it was actually.
God damn it!
I agree. Gotta go fast is true, but only if you're talking about processor speed.
Your levels are your volume levels are all over the place, my friend. What was I about to say?
I think you were gonna pull up another.
Yeah, pull up another one. We have a little bit more time before Tari has to go, and I have to get some sleep. Let's see. Working around the house prices, boomer laws don't approve. This one. Let's read this one. Let's see. It's a short one, so we should be able to complete it in good time. I'll put it in. I'll run it through my program and put it in chat. Well, I'll put it in chat first, and then run it through. Dear Prudence.
Oh boy.
Wait a minute. Where did I just had it up. All right. Help. I wrote. That's.
T, if you used to have it up and you don't anymore, there's like little blue pills that fix that.
All right. The title is not what it's supposed to be, so I will read what I clicked on. Help. My relatives always ask when we'll start popping out babies. My boyfriend reply is too much. That's the title. My boyfriend and I are very much in agreement that we have no interest in getting married or having children. Many of our relatives, including my parents, seem to have a problem with this, and they're always a running commentary at family events like Christmas. The problem arises when my boyfriend, a sweet but blunt man, shoots people down in no uncertain terms. For instance, when sweet Aunt Putina asked Petunia, oh man, what's a poutine now?
Petunia. It's not a Canadian flower.
Petunia asks when.
Now I can think of this letter, Kenny. Perhaps you want to have some poutine?
When you two are going to stop this nonsense, get hitched and start popping out babies. He likely to reply 9 months and a day after you learn not to ask impertinent questions you already know the answer to. Give or take a lifetime. He says the questions are the problem. I say he needs to dial back the snap. Who's right? He's fucking amazing. I like this guy. You should marry him.
I mean, all you have to do is to say is, when they decide, like I would, if the thing could always go to where it's like you piss off the family anymore, and it's like why would we? It's like why would we use the other hole? She could get pregnant.
Oh.
Oof.
Well, I mean, seriously, it's like that whole thing is it's like when are you going to start having kids? It's basically the whole thing. It's like, hey, when are you going to stop using protection? Just cream pie her every night.
Ew.
Am I wrong?
Nope.
Ew.
It's disgusting sounding, but I'm not wrong. I'm an asshole.
I don't think you're an asshole, Rodney. I think you're a genius.
I just don't want to think about that being what my mom is talking about when she asks how my love life is.
I mean, at least she's not being like the whole thing of like, well, are you getting raw dogs like the road whore?
Ew. I don't know if my mom would know that phrase.
You never know.
There were different terms when she was a kid.
Well, I know that I would be throwing up on the inside if my mom ever approached me and started talking like that.
I would be.
My mom is very, very verbally open woman.
I would be frightened on so many levels if my mom said something like that. Seeing how she's fucking
She's dead. I was gonna say I'd be scared if you told me your mom came to ask you how your love life was.
Out of nowhere, we just hear Tyr being like, "Where's that number for Ghostbusters? Son of a bitch!"
She's back. Oh God, she's fucking back. I thought I got rid of her ass.
Wow.
My smart ass would be like, well, if you're gonna come back, you need to fucking give me some help. I need some fucking pointers. You need to use your supernatural powers. Come on now. Don't come back empty-handed.
Oof.
Like shit. You want grandkids, you need to put in the work.
Have the answer to life, the universe, and everything.
42, 75, and 33. What exactly?
Oh, did I ever tell you the whole thing of okay, this was before I got the orders to go to Okinawa. And we went through the whole thing of like I was still in the military, so it's like part of my gift for coming for the whole thing was coming back home to visit. And it was after that, my dad's like, so when am I going to get my Christmas gift? And I'm like, what Christmas gift? I came home and we had the whole thing and that whole thing. He goes, no, the one that, like cries and screams and shits itself and whatnot. My mother, God bless this woman, without a beat goes, oh, you want him to get one of those dolls that can cry and shit itself and whatnot, and you have to change the diaper. My dad's like, no, that's not what I meant. And I'm like, wait, Dad, are you trying to tell me you want me to adopt a kid and just leave him at your house? He's like, God damn it, no.
I mean, I could do that. I don't know why you want that. Okay. Weird old man. Oh,
And
man.
also, just to address chat, calling a woman a 304 is stupid because HOE would be the gardening implement. HO would be just a whore. So it should be a 04. You don't need the 3.
Use a 04. What?
Yes.
Yeah, a 04.
That would make more sense.
Am I missing something? What is a 304?
It's if you put it in the calculator and turn the calculator upside down, it spells hoe. But hoe as in like the gardening tool.
Oh, so it's a stupid math pun.
Yeah, so it's a stupid math pun.
So it should just be in a 04 because that would then spell HO, which would be hoe.
Yes. Show me some 8008s.
No.
I like those.
5. It's a 5, not an S.
Yeah, it's 5.
58008.
Yes, I would like to see one.
Oh boy.
he just wants you to show one side.
Just one.
No, he can't get in trouble. He only gets in trouble when he sees them both. But you show him one, he's fine.
Really, that's all anyone ever needs is just one. But
well, it's kind of like Rodney Carrington says, "You can show me the one, I'll imagine the other."
No, that's not Rodney Carrington. No, that's Rodney Carrington. I thought you said someone else. Sorry. He doesn't say it; he sings it.
Yes.
You can show me one. I'll imagine the other.
Rodney, it's time. I'm starting to fade, my friend.
All right.
Even though you're really old, there's nothing wrong. Don't feel bad, your boobs ain't bad. They're just a little long. Show them to me.
In the top of the chat, you can find links to GoFundMe's for James Colley and Moonshot. Moonshot has an aggressive form of ass cancer for being on the corner for so long, and he can really use some help. And James Colley, sadly, he lost his trailer park in a trailer park fire. Now, I'm not saying it was the meth lab inside the trailer park fire, the trailer park that caused that fire, but it was the meth lab.
He owned the whole trailer park?
I'm not saying it was, but I'm not saying it ain't either.
Yeah, he owned the entire trailer park with a meth lab in it. And he lost it because of the meth lab. You know? He also was doing moonshine. See, that's probably what it was.
The moonshine still?
The moonshine still exploded and the meth lab on fire. And it spread like wildfire in that one trailer park.
I figure the meth lab exploded and spread the flaming moonshine around.
That's probably what it was. Burned for 4 days, 4 nights.
Oh boy.
Well, the only good thing to come out that trailer park fire was that all the cats and dogs were nice and crispy. Good eating.
Ew.
Say, nobody froze for a few days.
Nobody froze. They had a nice meal afterwards. You know, possum, raccoon, cat, dog, squirrel, pigeon. Right, very tasty. They ground up some vegetables.
I mean, rabbit's not bad, but it's also extremely lean.
Yeah, but if you add dog and cat to it, it's pretty good. No, in all seriousness, they can use some help. From my understanding, Moonshock was just re-diagnosed with cancer again, and he can use just a little assistance.
He's
And
a bit
James
of
could
an
use,
overachiever, and he heard about a hat trick and
Yeah.
thought he had to try it.
Oh yeah.
he wants to beat it a third time. Like, come on.
Eventually, it's just showing off.
Competitive
Yeah.
bastard.
At some point, we're like, yeah, we know you can beat cancer. Shut the fuck up about it. We don't care anymore. But it's not. It's not yet. Not this time. And James lost his job, so anything anyone can donate, much appreciated. James is like family. That's why I cuss at him. And Moonshock's a good guy. Rodney, what movie are we doing tonight? Rodney?
Rotten.
He's
muted.
muted.
God damn it. City of Angels.
City of Angels. That's the one where he's an angel and he falls in love with Meg Ryan.
Something like that. I haven't looked
Yeah.
at the fucking thing for it.
I'm gonna have to suffer through that one.
I vaguely recall seeing
With a
it
theme
while
song
back,
that is annoying as shit on my senior year.
What song?
What?
Shit. The Goo Goo Dolls song.
I give up forever to touch you.
Isn't that just
Iris. Yeah, Iris.
Iris, that's the what it's called. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I like that song.
Offhand.
I really like that song.
Oh no,
See, as soon as you said that, okay, yeah, that's the Angel opinion that I'm going to disagree with.
I'm gonna say I don't mind the song, but when it's literally the only thing that your friend wants to hear while she's walking out with her boyfriend in the back of my car.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Enough.
Discontinue the friendship.
Take that shit somewhere else.
Discontinue the friendship. Some things are unforgivable.
And that sin is an unforgivable sin. All right. Rodden has his channel where he does various things. He does a movie review on Sunday with me, Angela, and James Colley, and we're reviewing City of Angels. I'm gonna have stuff.
Since I have tomorrow off, I'm going to try to record a new pondering video because I have one that's thrown me into a weird thing. I just don't know exactly how I'm going to go about it yet.
Okay. He's also. Are you going to be on Quippers tonight?
Jack never got a hold of me, and I never got a hold of him. So as of this moment, no.
Okay. Well, you can hit Jack up, and he'll, if you got a spot, he'll open it for you. Angela, are you going to be on Quippers tonight?
Jack said that I've been on too many times recently, so I am taking a break for a little while.
I am almost certain that Jack would never say anything of the sort.
He did say that.
Really? Jack is not one to turn away guests for the show. He's like, anybody, please get on Quippers. I'm begging you.
Oh, that must be something new. All right. Angela, you're still doing the comic book creation stuff where you review the comics?
I am working on it.
Okay.
I'm at the point where I'm starting to actually read the comics and take notes.
Okay. Tari.
Yeah.
Tari. Look, I've been trying to get this deal with Tenet going. I'm this close. I need. Are you willing to work with him?
No, I haven't seen the first 9, so I can't do Tenet until I see 1 it, 2 it, 3 it, 4 it, all the way. So, yeah, I've got too much homework to join up with that.
Come on. Notorious JEW and his sidekick Matt McDonald have called and they want to add you to their group. Come on now, Terry. MC Bot.
I would, but you won the caption contest, and that's just soured me on the entire channel. So no, I can't be done anymore.
Oh, come on. Crowder. Crowder is looking for talent.
Yeah, I still don't like that guy.
Turks. Young Turks. If you can tell the Buffalo that, no, you're not right. Come on.
I mean, that would be funny, but they haven't got back to me.
I mean, I'd bang Anna Kasparian, but that's just a different story.
Look, CNN is always looking for people. Like, Joe Reed is about to get fired. They lost Don Lemon. Come on. You can get on them.
As long as I can rename it to Cunt National News, I'm on board.
Was it supposed to be Don Lemon or Don Lemon?
Yes.
Donna Lemon.
Donna Lemon. He's a woman.
Yeah. No. So Jericho Green calls him Donna Lemon.
Okay.
And I find it fucking hilarious. So, Tari is on the Minions. You can find him on Mondays with Mr. Adam. You can find him on Wednesdays with Hammer. You can find him on Thursdays whenever Hellcat does a gaming stream. You can find him on the corner on Fridays with Foster Glass. You can find him on Quippers United Sunday nights. You can find him on Six of Silver Stream. I'm forgetting somebody, aren't I? Because I know there's 7.
I don't care. It's like you mentioned the most important ones. If there's anyone we're missing, then who cares?
I mean,
turn on a stream and flip a coin. If it's heads, Terry's there.
Even if he's not supposed to be there, he's there.
Yeah.
In our group, it's like in the circle that we kind of go around with, there's a good chance Terry's going to be on the stream.
Probably.
Pretty much.
Except mine. Terry just would. Might bring him onto a Talking to the Void sometime if we decide we're going to do something about video games again.
Yeah. I'm happy to do that. It's just I don't know anything about movies.
Yeah, let's say in halftime we end up going back to movies. So sometime.
Video games, emus, or drop bears.
I mean, I'd still say if you can watch Tremors, just because it's a fun show, and we can talk about that again.
But yeah, no, if you do want about video games, I'm happy to be on. But as I said, I don't know anything about movies. I just haven't seen enough of them. So,
well, is it a gaming stream next week or a painting stream?
Should be a gaming stream next week because we're doubled down on the odd weekends.
Okay. Anything else you want to? Why'd you bite me up? Yeah. Anything else you want to show?
Just I am working on other things for the regular channels, so watch for me to eventually put something out there.
Okay. Hellcat. Anything you want to show other than your minions?
No, nothing really. Just the only thing.
Which streams, powwow streams.
Well, the only thing that we've been doing mainly is just the.
Which is how you make friends.
We have done one of those for minions, but mainly it's just been minions. And then whenever Camel and I actually feel like streaming, we'll end up doing a powwow stream. But
I think you've done some gaming streams on your channel as well, haven't you? You did. Was it
golf?
A couple of golf games, and then some
Phasmophobia or something like that.
Yeah, Phasmophobia with Della and Bubba, if he can show.
Yeah,
golf.
I mean, I don't watch the Phasmophobia ones because I really don't like that game. But I'll tune in for the golf ones, or if you're playing like old RPGs like Suikoden or something like that. Those I'll watch. But 7 Days to Die and Phasmophobia, I'm just not interested in.
Yeah,
come on. Are you getting the Sweetikin remakes when they come out, my friend?
Yes. If and when.
They should be out sometime before the heat death of the universe.
As the heat death takes us.
Yeah, they're going to get released.
My final moment to die happy.
Then I'll send out, oh yeah, by the way, Half-Life 3 came out.
Yes!
Oh, and we don't want to forget that here I have something for you.
You do? Let me look in my
Oh, no,
Look, I dropped the soap. I want it in the box. Come on now. What was that? Look, I dropped the soap. I want it in the box. Come on now.
Oh dear.
Oh Lord.
Dear Alexander, stop so that we can go.
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry. Next week, hopefully, we'll have the 1-ton hammer on. I've got thanks to Johnny Hellcat, I'm actually 2 weeks in advance finding guests. Sillenberg.
Yeah. I think Rotten needs a third one. This just is for the love of God, shut the fuck up, tier.
I can always go to the
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! All right, like I said,
out of my room.
all right, fine. Like I said, check out the.
Oh God!
Let me finish. Again, check out the GoFundMe's for James and Moonshot, and thank you guys for coming out.
Why are you?
I'll play. You said them again.
Oh, my taint is so dirty, but I can't reach it.
Stop! I'm gonna play the outro.
Have a powerful.
All right.
Oh my God.
Okay. All right. Goodbye, everybody. Good night.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, our show has come to an end. You will never get by me, Trust Panda. We'd like to thank our guests for joining us. We'd like to thank you for joining us. I will end your bloodline. You will not survive. We'd like to invite you to join us next week for the next installment of the show. You will never make it out of your life. I shall kill you.